moving on to the more difficult part of the percentage unit, we're going to have a look at finding the percentage change. Now what this is a contrast really to finding percentage increase and decrease. With that type of question, increase say £30 by 10%, what we do, we find the 10% of £30 and then we add it on because it says increase. So the two key pieces of information we get what we started at, and it tells us which direction it wants us to go, increase or decrease, and by how much as a percentage. These questions actually tell us where we start at, tell us where we finish at, and they want you to put in place of what actually has happened in terms of a percentage to get from the start to the finish. Now, when you're doing this, another key formula, just like you get with expressing quantities as a percentage, for finding the percentage change, what you need to look at is, first of all, the difference between the two numbers. Okay, so the difference between where I start and when I finish, what that is as an amount, out of where you started at. So it's always difference over original value, and then same as with what we've done in other videos, to change a decimal to a percentage, you times by hundreds. Difference on the top, original value, I can't stress how important that is. Original value, always where you start from. You measure change from where you started to where you finish. So always over original value, whether that's the higher one or the lower one, it doesn't matter. We'll have a look then at two questions. First one, Reese works 30 hours in a week. Next week he works 36 hours. Find the percentage change. So I've got the start, I've got the finish. It wants me to know which direction it's gone and by how much in terms of a percentage. So difference at the top, difference between 36 and 30 is obviously 6 over, well, what he started at, the original value was the 30 hours. So at the bottom of our fraction, we're going to have 30, 6 over 30, times by 100 at the end. Same as usual, 100 is a numerator, 6 times 100 is 600 over 30, cancel the zeros, just like we did in previous videos, 60 over 3, bus stop if you want. At this point, it means 60 divided by 3, or if you know the answer, you're going to recognise that that is 20%. Now, last bit is just a bit of interpretation, really. Well, if he started at 30 and he ends up at 36, obviously it's increased, his hours have gone up, so I'm going to draw a little up arrow. So, to get from 30 hours to 36 hours, I've seen a 20% increase. Now, the second example is going to look at going the other way. An 80-litre water tank has 68 litres left. The difference is the first thing, and I've already written that. Difference between 80 and 68 is 12, so that goes at the top, over the original value. Now, unlike the other example, where the original value was the lowest one, this time the original value is the 80. It doesn't make a difference if it's the higher or lower one, it's always the one that it starts at. So originally, it's 80. So 12 over 80 times by 100, sort this out. 1,200 over 80, cancel the zeros. 120 over 8, bus stop here. If you need, you're actually going to find the answer to that is 15%. And again, a bit of interpretation. Which way has it gone? Well, it's gone down, which obviously means it's a decrease. So we've seen a 15% decrease. Now you can actually check your own answers here by using percentage of amount and increasing and decreasing. So if we look at the first one, if I find 20% of the original thing, 30 hours, and I add it on, I should actually get back to the answer of 36 hours. So if you have got that bit of time, you can use a percentage of amount as a check once you've got your answer and see if you get from where you start at to where the question wants you to finish at.